What's good, fam? Thanks for joining me again for another GoatFormat video. So before we start the video, I have a little something for you guys. If I could get this out of here. So I do this with all my cards. They're like quadruple sleeved, triple sleeved, and then I put them in a, what do you call those things? One of these things, I forget the name of it. But I got something for you guys. It is, I think, French, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so it's an Italian lost art called The Haunted. It's still sealed, if you guys can see. So I'm either gonna give this away to one of you guys, or I'm gonna put it up for a free tournament for you. All you have to do is go ahead and check out my Facebook page, which I'm going to link in the description below, so you guys can follow me there. I'll be able to talk to everybody. Also, you have to like this video. Obviously, be a subscriber, guys. And let me know in the comments whether you'd rather me give this away or if you guys want to do a tournament for it. But yeah, that's enough of this. I'll put this away again. But today I have the finals of the, let me see, I think it's the Format Library Championships 18. Between Jonathan LaBounty and SparkyFlary. I didn't watch this. Somebody actually sent this to me. But anyways, guys, let's just hop right into this. So LaBounty's got a 114 rating. You guys know who Jonathan LaBounty is. He won Shonen Jump. I think it was Baltimore, Maryland. He's the person that originated the Perfect Circle deck. I don't know who SparkyFlary is, or Flary. I don't know who this person is. I've never seen him before. But he's in the finals of this tournament. So let's give him some props for that. I think, what's his rating? 355? Irrelevant also. But anyways, guys, let's just hop right into this game, see who's going to win this rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so LaBounty wins the rock, paper, scissors. Obviously, he's going to choose to go first. I believe LaBounty was actually in the winners bracket of the tournament. SparkyFlary had to beat somebody in the losers bracket to advance to this. But anyways, you can tell that they're both playing some kind of warrior variant. I'm actually assuming that SparkyFlary is playing warriors, only because I see the Blade Knight. He could be playing chaos, like a chaos beatdown deck. But anyways, LaBounty's opening hand is Blade Knight, Skill Dark Magician, Solemn Judgment, Exile Force, and Nobleman. Sparky, I'm just gonna call him Sparky. Sparky's opening hand is Ring, Dust Tornado, Blade Knight, Evac, and Book of Moon. I'm sure that LaBounty knows what Sparky's playing at this point. Let's see who his next card is. Next card is another Skill Dark Magician. You could normally just set the Skill Dark Magician, wait for a Nobleman. You usually just want to do that against control matchups. Maybe because he knows what he's playing, he might just summon the Skill Dark and then set Solemn and pass. Let's see what his play is. So he sets the knock, passes over, Sparky draws into a dust shoot. So he could technically just set his whole hand and swing in with the Blade Knight. But let's see what the play is going to be. He could just summon the Blade Knight and set the Ring of Destruction, so that he has something to kill this Skill Dark Magician without having to set his whole hand. But let's see if he's gonna battle into it. So he just sets the Ring with the Dust Tornado and the Dust Shoot. I'm assuming that Dust Shoot's gonna go off now, and maybe hit the Exile Force out of his hand. I mean, he's got enough beaters as it is. The Exile Force is really gonna get rid of a monster. Let's say Sparky draws into something that's gonna keep the board, board position down. Then the Exile Force is really what's threatening him there. But let's see what he's gonna pick. So he picked the other Skill Dark. Maybe because it was just a bigger card. I'm assuming that LaBounty's just gonna swing, but let's see what he does here. So he hits for 19. That's gonna go through. Solemn's gonna go down, and maybe Kaiku's gonna go down also, but let's see. Okay, so he didn't do anything. End phase Dust Tornado hits Nobleman. Let's see what Sparky draws into Solemn Judgment. So now he can very safely just set everything and then swing in with the Blade Knight. And then let's see what LaBounty draws. LaBounty draws into Torrential Tribute. So he can assume that his opponent drew into a Solemn Judgment. because he was holding cards in his hand, you can assume that one of them was a monster also. So I don't think setting Torrential and passing is the right play. Maybe activating Exile Force will be the play. Let's see what happens here, guys. So Exile Force tries to go off. This might get evac'd. Okay, so no, he Solemn Judgments it. Now Torrential and Solemn's going to go down. Pass over. Sparky draws into an Exile Force, so he's just going to swing. Passes over to LaBounty. LaBounty draws Dust Tornado. So he could just summon Blade Knight and set Dust and pass over. Try to bluff it as a Sakuretsu armor or something like that. Sparky does have an end phase, if I'm not mistaken. No, he used it on the Dust Tornado, so he doesn't have anything for that. He could just summon it and set the Dust Tornado, try to bluff like a Saku or something like that. Let's see what he does. That's exactly what he does. End phase, Ring of Destruction gets activated. I don't think anything's going to happen to that. And then pass over. Let's see if Sparky draws into a guy and tries to man up. Draws into knock. That's not going to do anything. So he's just probably going to set the knock and swing for 2K. And then hopefully LaBounty draws something to get over this. He's got a Dust, Solemn, Torrential. That's not going to do anything here. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he end phases also. So end phase is not the new one. Because the new one... Let's just say that could have been anything just to try to boost up the Blade Knight. So it was good that he hit the Book of Moon. Let's see what he draws. Draws into Call of the Haunted, so that's going to res the Skill Dark or the Exile Force whenever he needs it. So let's say Kaiku's going to come down now and try to hit the Exiled Force. And let's see what happens after that. So evac gets activated. This might get solemned. Okay, so he lets that go through, sets the Call of the Haunted. Passes over. Sparky draws into Sakuretsu armor. So all he has to do is swing for game now. He doesn't have to do anything. Call of the Haunted is going to get activated, but let's see what he's going to target. Probably Skill Dark Magician. And then Solemn Judge, and then Torrential. After that, let's see what happens. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. So the Blade Knight's 2K. So that's going to hold the board. Main phase 2. Exile Force is going to get flipped up. That's going to try to pop the Blade Knight. Now this might trigger the Torrential Tribute. Okay, so now Saku's going to go down, passes over. LaBounty draws into Sakuretsu armor, which is great. So now all he has to do is swing for game. The only thing that can stop it if it's a Battle Trap and another Saku, but I'm sure this is game right now. Cool. So that's game 1. LaBounty gets it. Let's see who's going to win game 2. So Sparky's going to go first, obviously, guys. Opening hand for Sparky is Exile Force, Zombra the Dark, Kaiku, Mobius, and Tribe Virus. LaBounty doesn't hard open any monsters. He does get a Rhoda. He gets Call, Torrential Ring, and Mirror Force. So he draws into all of his power traps. Next card for Sparky's Blade Knight. So this hand doesn't look too spectacular. He might summon the Zombra just to get like a big body on the board. He might also just summon Kaiku. No, I think the Zombra's going to go down. He knows that he plays Skill Dark Magicians. Those are just going to swing over this Kaiku and destroy that. So let's say he summons Zombra and passes. LaBounty draws Warrior Lady. So he doesn't even have to summon a monster. He could technically get rid of that with Ring of Destruction. So he could just set Torrential and Ring and pass over. Let's see what happens here. So he just sets Torrential Tribute. Zombra can't attack directly, so he would have to summon another guy. Sparky draws into a Solemn Judgment. Let's see if he drops a guy, and then this Torrential goes 2 for 1. So that was a great play. Sets Solemn, just passes over. LaBounty draws into Premature Burial. So now he can try to go ahead and set the ring. Again, he doesn't have to summon anything. He could set Warrior Lady, try to have him swing into it, and then banish it. Passes over. Sparky draws into a Heavy Storm, which could very much get activated now, and then Exile Force try to pop this face down. But then that'll leave him with 4 cards and a monster. And then LaBounty has 4 cards and his draw, so they'll both be even on cards. But his hand's really bad, so maybe he won't do that. So maybe he'll just swing and then summon Kaiku main phase 2. He could Mobius right now also if he wants to. Let's see what he does. Mobius comes down. Ring's gonna hit that. What's his face down? Solemn's the other face down. So just passes over. LaBounty draws into Kaiku. So flip Warrior Lady first. See if that's a Torrential Tribute. Nothing happens. And then maybe now drop Kaiku. Let's see what happens here, guys. Yep, Kaiku comes down. Swings with everything. So those 2 cards are going to get banished. Now, you don't necessarily have to set anything. Maybe the call if you really want to. We didn't see Skill Dark game 1 from Sparky, so maybe we shouldn't assume that can come down. We did just see Zombra, so that might be the thing that's going to run over this Kaiku. Let's just say he passes. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he does set both of them. Passes over. Sparky draws into Widespread Ruin. So let's think about this. He might want to try. He might want to try Virus right now just to clear these guys. Kaiku's not going to do anything. Blade Knight's not going to do anything. If the Kaiku tries to swing into the Warrior Lady, obviously it's just going to get banished. And then he's left with his Kaiku on board. Same thing with Blade Knight. Exile Force is just going to leave another guy on the board. So it might be the play to use Tribe to do like a double smashing ground. But let's see what he's going to do now. So Heavy Storm gets rid of the back row. And then Tri-Virus does the double smashing. Swings for 16, sets Widespread. LaBounty draws. Now they're even. Draws into Saku. So let's see what he gets with this Rhoda. Gets himself Blade Knight. So he's going to set everything. Okay, so just that Saku swings over. That's going to get Widespread ruined. Passes over. Sparky draws into Kaiku. So this Kaiku is going to get hit with the Saku. And then Premature is going to come down next turn. But let's see what he draws into. Drops into Sakuretsu armor. So it's either Blade Knight or Kaiku. Maybe the Kaiku to get rid of this Blade Knight here. So he doesn't summon some kind of Chaos Monster. And then set Sakuretsu armor. Let's see what he does. Yeah, so that's what's going to happen. Heavy's gone, so he doesn't have anything to worry about. Set Sakuretsu armor. Breaker's not gone, so that could be it. Sparky draws into Graceful Charity. Let's see what he gets. He's going to get Warrior Lady, Rhoda, and Dust Tornado. So he's going to hold on to the Dust because that's going to get rid of the Premature Burial. And then maybe he wants to get rid of the Kaiku. Because at least Rhoda for Blade Knight puts a guy on the board that's going to stick to the board. But let's see what he does here. He's going to hold on to, like I said, he's going to hold on to this Dust Tornado. So maybe getting rid of the Kaiku and the Warrior Lady is the play. Okay, he gets rid of the Rhoda, summons Kaiku, sets Dust, passes over. LaBounty draws into an Exiled Force. So there's nothing else to say here. Exiled Force is going to come down. Yeah, an Exiled Force. Yeah, Exiled Force is definitely going to come down now. Passes over, draws into Dawn. This could actually go through. Unless he's scared of a ring top deck. If LaBounty draws into any guy that can swing over this, then he's in a good spot. Let's see what he does here. He eats it. Mills BLS and Dawn. That's crazy. Yeah, that BLS would have came down. That would have been game. Let's see what LaBounty draws into. LaBounty draws Kaiku, which is exactly what I said. Swings in. Now this Warrior Lady is going to go. And the Tri-Virus, maybe. No, let's say the Exile Force is going to go. So let's see what happens here. He's going to take the 4. DD Warrior Lady and Tri-Virus goes. Passes over. Sparky draws into Sakuretsu. That's going to go down. LaBounty draws into Blade Knight. So this is game, guys. He could just man up now. He's up a game already. So if he runs into Mirror Torrential, then, I mean, whatever. He still has the Sakuretsu and tries to draw into another monster. But he's up game 1. He might as well just go for this now. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he just swings with Kaiku. That's going to get Saku'd. Summon Blade Knight, passes over. Sparky draws into Ninja Grandmaster, so he's gonna have to set this. Passes over. LaBounty draws into Snatch Steal, swings in. Let's see what Sparky draws. Sparky draws into BLS. That's gonna get Saku'd, and then this game's over. Even if it just Spanishes, we have a Snatch Steal. So that's that, guys. So LaBounty wins the championship 2-0. That was a very decisive match by LaBounty. But congratulations to LaBounty, bro. Congrats to Team Rampage. This match was pretty dope. I didn't see any misplays really in this match, guys. This might be the match that I've posted with the least amount of misplays. And it was really quick too. Let's tell you how long this match was. This match was 27 minutes. So what is it, a 15 minute video that I just made or something like that? But yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you liked it. Like I always ask you, if there's any plays that you saw that maybe I didn't call out, please let me know in the comments down below. Like this video like always, guys. Subscribe to this channel because that's always going to help me out. If you want to help support this channel, you can check out my TCG player link in the description below. If you go there and you buy any cards, they're not going to charge you any more, but I will get a kickback from that. Or if you want to go the extra mile, you can go ahead and check out my merch store, which is also in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace.